Hey, Hound Dogs, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
I'm Trevor Hankins.
And I'm Rachel Wells.
You're on the air with Power Squared. This is our 23rd comic book club. Yeah,
Wow.
I think it's a lot.
Yeah.
Julia couldn't be here tonight, scheduling and issue. Uh, so this was Trevor's book.
Yes.
Tell us what attracted you to
Void Rivals Volume 1.
Void Rivals.
Well, I'll probably just. I'll probably have to go into at least some minor spoilers here. Well, what attracted me to reading Void Rivals was, a little bit of background. IDW had the Transformers license for like the longest time, but then at some point Hasbro wasn't satisfied with what they were doing with it, so the license was revoked from IDW, and then it was being given to another publisher, but at the time people didn't know who it was, but there was some speculation that it was Image, and it turned out to be correct because the Skybound's acquisition of the Transformers license was announced as a surprise through Void Rivals #1.
So Skybound connected to Image.
Skybound is an Image imprint.
Okay, just for people that may not know
Yeah.
the history of comic
The
books.
Skybound is an
Okay.
Image imprint. they're known for like Invincible.
Okay. No, I was just
And,
Robert Kirkman in general.
Invincible and Walking Dead or
if
Robert
people
Kirkman.
aren't familiar, it sounds like Image and then Skybound, and like, what's the connection? So there's a
Right.
connection. That's
Yes.
fine. I was just
Although
making sure that people.
You know, when I
this
when I was
writ-
first Oh, sorry, go ahead.
incidentally, Robert Kirkman is the writer on this.
Good.
I was going to say I was looking into this whole story before I started reading it, and I had no idea Robert Kirkman did Invincible and The Walking Dead, which maybe I'm just slow. Maybe I'm fake comic smart. I didn't know The Walking Dead was originally a comic. I thought
Oh,
it
it's
was
a
a
TV
show,
series, yeah.
and the comic was a spin-off.
There was like a 1,000 issues. I mean, there was some huge number of issues of Walking Dead.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I never read those stories. I mean, I do watch the Invincible show, though.
Right.
Yeah. Invincible. I decided into zombies on a weekly basis. I'm sorry. Doesn't do it for me.
Well, I've heard about The Walking Dead. It kind of stops being good after the first season. I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
It depends on who you ask.
Yeah. Well, some people love it no matter what.
Yeah.
Well, apparently the show is only loosely based on the comic, so
There's The Walking Dead, and then there's another series that's a
Fear the
spin-off.
Walking
Yeah,
Dead.
there you go.
Yes.
Yeah. Didn't Norman Reedus get a spin-off?
Yeah.
Probably.
Daryl Dixon.
So what's the story? What's the story of this comic?
Yes.
So back to Void Rivals.
Oh, I thought it was about zombies. Okay.
It's about why do I have to keep reminding myself of the characters' names?
I've forgotten the names of the characters.
It's about these two pilots named Derek and Salila, who are part of warring rival factions. They crash land on this mysterious planet or celestial
Asteroid?
asteroid.
Something like that.
Yeah, they crash land on an asteroid. That sounds more accurate. And they crash land on an asteroid, and they have to work together to try and get off of it.
Yeah, but then it goes. It's sort of these warring factions have to work together to survive,
Yeah.
Yes.
and they manage to get off, but then she turns on him, which was sort of
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the overarching universe of or the background of this story is that um it's these two sides. Their world is this two sides of a ring surrounding a black hole,
Yeah.
and the two sides of the ring have been taught to hate each other. Like they've been taught they're like basically the other side is a bunch of dirty mongrels who are stealing your precious resources. Both of these sides are starving and they don't have
Water.
a lot of water or the resources, so they're going to war. And Darak and Salila, I don't know. They were taught to hate each other, but then when they crash land, they discover that they're both the same species, which is not like they were taught. So it becomes evident that something is being hidden from them for a reason. And I thought now, I mean, the themes of a a powerful elite who's keeping secrets from us is not exactly an uncommon theme
Yeah.
in today's day and age. But
Yeah.
I think it's something that is an evergreen theme. I feel like it always works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this,
Actually, the twist the twist in the first issue that they're the same species is what hooked me to keep reading.
yeah, and I sort of like the relationship they have,
Yeah.
even though she's, I'll say I think he decides that maybe all this, you know, they're bad and we're good is wrong because they are the same species, and she's still sort of kind of a little bit more, I'm following the rules and you're evil kind of thing,
Yeah.
or you're the enemy, I should say.
Knowing that Void Rivals also started the Energon universe, which includes Transformers and GI Joe, and they've recently added Mask, which is a more obscure Hasbro property. But knowing that knowing that the Transformers are in the same universe is kind of interesting. It's also kind of interesting thinking about it as sort of a different spin on the Autobot Decepticon conflict. Right.
Yeah, and it sort of spins it off into different, species of beings, I guess.
Yes.
The same sort of rivalry that Autobots and Decepticons have is sort of this is kind of reflected in this.
Yes. But it's approached a bit differently.
Yeah. They're humanoid, which is, kind of makes it a little more identifiable.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I feel like thinking about this series made me think about how alien stories, aliens, if they're out there, I assume aliens are out there somewhere. They likely don't look anything like us. They're probably not something that would even be conceivable to us as a living thing, something that would be familiar to us. But we still have humanoid aliens in basically all alien media because not just because it's familiar, it's easy for us to design and relate to, but alien stories seek to tell more of a story about us than about aliens, right? This is supposed to be telling a story about how we as people are more similar than different, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good.
Do I get an A plus?
Yeah, you get a star at the end of the day and everything.
So
I was never interested in Transformers or GI Joe. I guess I watched a little bit of Transformers when I was a kid and never touched anything like GI Joe. But I'm so this comic I probably never would have picked up on my own, but I'm glad we got to read it in book club because that's the point of these things, isn't it? To pick up something you wouldn't normally be interested in or even have in your radar.
Right.
And I found it very interesting, despite like not being interested in mecha or military stuff or anything like that. The art was pretty fantastic. That's my favorite part.
It's a pretty personal, story, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's set against this, ongoing epic, never-ending war thing, but it's really down to those. For me, it's down to those two people, how
Yeah.
they interact, and that's the part that's kind of more interesting to me.
One thing.
It's like Romeo and Juliet, a space opera.
I was actually thinking of Romeo and Juliet.
yeah.
one thing I find interesting about like the one thing I find interesting about the artwork is that aside from it's actually really good, the two factions, where are they again? Man, I'm
This
dumb.
is where if
The
I knew
Clarksos and the Skookles. That's what they are. Those are alien
the
names, right?
Capulets and no.
Yeah, the art is the artist is Lorenzo De Felici,
Yes.
and the colorist is Matheus Lopes, and they both killed it.
Yeah, the
Yes.
coloring's
Y'all
really
killed it.
great.
Yeah, anyway, what I was going to say was that what I find interesting is that the two factions, when they're on the Sacred Ring, they are it is consistently color coordinated, either yellow or green,
Yeah.
depending on where they are.
They are Zertonians and Agorians.
Mm,
Oh,
Yeah.
how come that doesn't just roll off?
I knew that.
Yeah.
The Agorians are consistently color coordinated yellow, and the Zertonians are consistently color coordinated green.
Is that A and Z?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. I did not think.
A to Z. That's true.
That's how different they are.
That also helps you. That also helps with knowing like where on which side of the sacred ring they're on.
Right.
Yeah.
It's again, I thought it was interesting how the colorist did that.
Yeah, no, but the coloring's very, it's different than what you would, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It seems more alien or kind of what you might find in space more, you know what I mean? It kind of helps the story.
Yeah, for sure.
And I got invested in like all the twists and turns.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Yes. Also, speaking of Transformers, some Transformers characters some characters and concepts do appear in the comic.
Yeah, we were talking about
They
that.
do.
It kind of seems to like, stop the story when they.
Like,
Yeah, the Transformers don't seem very relevant in these first 6 issues. They more just seem to like pop up as a cameo, but I assume later in the story they become more important.
yes,
Maybe?
well,
You can tell you.
but
You can tell it.
yeah, Jetfire, he only appears in like the first issue just as like a way to surprise announce that Skybound has the license. They even like they came up with this original IP just to disguise the fact. Anyway,
And apparently Skuxoids are like an obscure Transformers creature from like the 80s cartoon or something.
yeah, he's uh he's a lesser character in the third season of the show, the original
I know it's
cartoon.
funny.
And
Like it's funny that we have the Oh, sorry, go ahead, keep going.
and the Quintessons are a concept that
Mm,
first appeared.
mhm.
They first appeared in the 1986 movie, and they've since become a recurring concept in the mythos.
Huh. It's fun to have a mix of both these sleek modern style alien sci-fi designs, and then we have the really gross, lumpy, bumpy looking aliens you would have seen in like the 70s and 80s, right?
And I'm reminded in this first volume, Shockwave is a
Hmm.
major character from the Transformers franchise. Jetfire, his appearance doesn't really add much of anything except to like surprise announce the license acquisition, but his appearance transitions into Transformers Volume 1.
Mm.
So, as you've actually read more of Void Rivals,
Yes.
as it goes on, are there Transformers in it, or is it kind of get back to those two?
The the plot does get more interesting as it goes, and the more Transformers characters do show up, but they get increasingly more important to the story.
Okay. All right. Void Rivals is a pretty cool title.
Yeah.
I guess the biggest thing I disliked about this first volume is there's a moment where Salila
Yeah.
Salala
Whatever.
takes home Dirac. She had just betrayed him, so now she's gonna turn him in to her authorities. She's congratulated by the prime minister or whatever, and she lets it spill out that she feels bad for Dirac and she hopes he's treated well in prison. And that's when she herself is thrown into prison because the prime minister immediately becomes skeptical of her.
Right.
And I'm just like, why would you do that? Why would you say that? You know that you're obviously aware of the position you're in. You have to stand up for your country. Why would you go to your boss and say, I'm fraternizing with the enemy? That seemed like a completely unforced error, especially considering her character that we've come to know up to this point. Like she seems very like sharp and just hyper focused on being loyal to her planet. So it just seemed out of turn in my opinion.
The fact she said something like that is like every plot of every film noir practically. It's always somebody does something stupid and that's what causes everything. Or, so yeah, it's a slip of the tongue perhaps for her, and maybe she feels a little regret for having done that to the person that helped save her. But yeah, why would you say that?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have a plot if she didn't.
I guess not.
It's in the script. You
not.
have to say that. That's how it is.
It's kind of a minor character. I like the hand droid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Handroid is good.
Yeah.
We stand Handroid in this house.
The robotic thing.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Android.
Yeah. That's coming, I'm sure.
I'll say having read more of Void Rivals, even though it's part of the Energon universe, it does seem like you can kind of read Void Rivals on its own. Which I guess for some people would be a good thing.
Yeah, that's the impression I got, especially as someone who's never read Transformers or G.I. Joe or anything like that. Like to me, the appearance of giant robots reads more as like, wow, cool space robots.
Yeah, I got that. The rest of the Energon universe is a little more interconnected, but Void Rival seems more standalone.
It probably helps that in the grand scheme of things, it's more isolated from the rest of the Transformers conflict.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it makes sense for like this ring planet type thing to be isolated in its own universe, considering like they're apparently all starving and just trying to fight over what few resources there are.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to have a lot on a ring,
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, it sounds like it's a battle against each other, but a battle for survival as well.
Yeah.
And we have to win, you have to lose. Instead of let's work together. All right.
Yeah, well, it really goes back to how the powers that be want us to look to our lefts and rights to see what the cause of our problems are, when really we should be looking up,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Life is art.
Yes.
I just remembered something else I was going to say about Void Rivals. Having read ahead, rereading the first volume for this discussion, I was noticing a lot more of the foreshadowing.
All right. I can see that.
Interesting.
It's like the seeds were planted this far back.
Yeah. No, it's yeah.
That's why sometimes it's good to look back at something you've already.
Yeah, I
Like
love
later
rewatching
life.
stuff because I just noticed so much stuff that I didn't notice before.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, my husband hates rewatching stuff because he's like, I know, I caught everything.
There's
I know
some
everything.
I there's some things I don't really want to rewatch, like every show I grew up watching as a kid. I don't really want to watch them again, you know. But
That's true. Shows are different.
but I
Shows
mean,
are a commitment.
yeah.
Yeah.
But and there's some movies that I saw it. I don't need to see it again, but I don't have a problem with rewatching stuff.
Yeah.
When a story is like more serialized, it's interesting looking back at the beginning with future knowledge.
Yes.
It's fun looking back at a comic, especially because you can see how the art style evolved.
Yes.
You know.
Like, if someone wanted to reread One Piece, it's notice a shocking difference in Oda style back then versus now.
Oh, I bet. I bet. That goes for the anime too.
Yeah. Including how, like, early One Piece, the panel layouts are more. There's a lot more room in them, and then in more recent One Piece stuff, it's a lot more crowded.
Yes.
Interesting.
We also, for Power Squared, we try to plant things that would come up later.
Yeah.
So in the first issue, there's a lot of stuff that comes up in the next 18 issues. Kind of.
It's true.
Yeah.
I remember.
So that was a conscious effort on our part. Hey, if we put that in now.
Hell yeah.
So, all right. So you've already read more.
Yes.
I would like to read more. Rachel, would you want to read more of Void Rivals?
Not that I didn't like it. It's just that I don't know if I'm interested in continuing right now. I have so many other comic series I need to get through, man. I'm trying to reread Chainsaw Man. Speaking of rereading stuff,
Well,
that's a commitment.
if you want to keep reading, there's currently four volumes. I think it's still the comic is still going.
And Kirkman is still the writer.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Kirkman also recently took over from Daniel Warren Johnson as the writer for Transformers, and I haven't read that stuff yet because
Interesting.
I learned the magic of trade waiting.
Yes. All right.
I do still recommend picking it up for any of our viewers that need something new to read. Even if you don't, of course, like we said, even if you don't know Transformers or G.I. Joe, if you're interested in Romeo and Juliet, a space opera, might be for you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sort of very a little bit of Romeo and Juliet in it for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
If you wish to explore the entire Energon universe, I have like for those who are interested in doing that, I have Order.
What?
Reading
Okay,
order.
order. You want
Yes.
to go through? Okay.
At this point, it starts to look daunting.
Yes.
But if you want the whole thing.
Yes. I've been reading the trades in the order they were released, and that's actually been working for me.
Okay.
It kind of looks like this.
Ah.
I'll go in this order.
So for people who.
So Void Rivals pops up here occasionally. Nice.
Yeah.
Uh,
But if you just want Void Rivals, you can just read the Void Rivals volumes.
yes.
But for those who are listening, what is the order?
For those who are listening, the order is Void Rivals number 1, then Void Rivals Volume 1, then Transformers Volume 1, then before G.I. Joe ongoing, there were a few mini-series.
Okay.
So, after Transformers, it's Duke Volume 1, then Cobra Commander Volume 1, then Void Rivals Volume 2, then Scarlet Volume 1, Transformers Volume 2, Destro Volume 1, Transformers Volume 3, Void Rivals Volume 3, G.I. Joe Volumes 1 and 2, Transformers Volume 4, and Void Rivals Volume 4. And G.I. Joe Volume 3 comes out later this month.
And that's, you said that was chronological, like in the order they came out?
Yes, the order in which the trades came out.
Now, can you do it again really fast? I'm joking.
And
Backwards?
they also announced an animated adaptation of the Energon universe, because it's like multiple series. I'm curious how they're going to pull that off.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I would consider checking out a Void Rivals cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
too.
I'll say, in general, with the way the Energon universe has been going so far, it's like the Void Rivals, as I said, Jetfire's appearance transitions into Transformers #1. So that kind of that sort of restarts the Autobot Decepticon conflict on Earth.
Uh-huh.
And then G.I. Joe is built up as sort of being established in response to the Transformers.
Okay.
Cobra has been like doing their own thing.
Okay.
And then the miniseries kind of build up the G.I. Joe part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point the G.I. Joe and Transformers like fully cross paths.
Yeah, this is as we've discussed before. I grew up with the original GI Joe doll, and is nothing to do with all this stuff going on. It was sort of stuck back.
Wow,
in
it went
World,
far.
yeah, it was stuck back in World War II, basically, that kind of stuff. And then I think they tried to. I don't remember. I didn't get into the lore that much, but I did have a GI Joe,
Right.
and then when they came out with the GI Joe movie, it was like, what the hell is that?
And,
Wow.
the Void Rival stuff kind of happens more it's a little more isolated because it's like cosmically distant.
But it was just sort of, they took what, GI Joe is supposed to be a U.S. soldier. They made it this world thing, and it was just like,
Yeah.
wow, this is not what I grew up with.
Well, I guess at some point they kind of like had to modernize it in order to keep it going.
Yeah, you couldn't keep rehashing World War II. Which is
Now
kinda
G.I. Joe's going to Iran, dude.
While we're still kind of talking about G.I. Joe, I don't know how often this will ever come up. If anyone wants a recommendation for G.I. Joe, I would highly recommend the series G.I. Joe Renegades.
Yes.
Okay.
It's it only ran for one season, but it's like basically G.I. Joe meets the A-Team.
Yeah, that's kind of the premise.
Okay. Not really the A-Team.
No,
Okay.
but it shamelessly took the
Oh, okay.
it took the premise of A-Team and applied it to G.I. Joe, and it was really good.
All right. Sounds good.
Go pick up some G.I. Joe and/or Transformers and/or Void Rivals from your local comic book store.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Very good. All right.
One thing I like about the trades is that within there's like free comic book day comics that are canon, but within the trades they place the individual stories from the free comic book day comics in their chronological placement.
So
Nice.
speaking of free comic book day, are we going to do a what's in my bag thing again this year?
Hell yeah, we are. Let me see. Actually, no. Okay, May 4th. Wait, May 1st. Okay, now I'm thinking about it. Now that my husband gets surgery on the 1st of May. So a week from there might be tricky. Although, okay, his mom's coming over to help take care of him.
Works.
So maybe I can sneak out.
So we're still
I'll keep you guys posted.
That's fine. No. Okay.
So we recommend Void Rivals.
Right.
So the next comic book suggestion goes to
Me.
Because Julia couldn't be
Yeah, Julia missed her shot. Sorry.
Um,
So I was heard about and I've not read it, so I'm not recommending it so much. But it's supposed to be the first graphic novel that was done.
the first one.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's called Rhymes with Lust.
Rhymes with lust.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
Sounds very titillating.
It's also just what I've seen of it. It's kind of like yellow pages with the black drawings on it, line drawings. So it's not
Ooh.
like really. It's old fashioned, but I thought it might be kind of a good thing for us to kind of. I tend to find the ones
Is
that
this
are
the one? I
historic.
just dropped it in the chat. So it came up on Amazon.
Yeah, that's where.
Okay, rad. I'll drop a link in the whatever, the thing, the John.
Right.
There we go.
So I thought it'd be kind
All
of
right.
interesting to.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, and I believe it's a black writer. Back
Right.
before it
Oh,
was,
cool.
cool to be a black writer in comic books, but it's supposed to be. I just thought we should.
Hell yeah.
So I have no idea what it's about or whatever, but I just thought we
Right.
should read.
I suppose we'll have to find out.
Yes, yes, and we'll have to make sure that Julia can be here when we do it.
Yes.
So anyway,
So, is that it?
I think that's it.
All right. So,
Thanks very much for being on the show.
if you're watching us on YouTube later and you like this, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more.
All right. So until next time, I'm David Hankins,
I'm Paul Hankins.
I'm Trevor Hankins.
I'm Rachel Wells.
and you've been on the air with Power Squared. Bye.